realm in the Indian market post-pandemic and opening a huge opportunity in almost all sectors. The education sector is seeing a considerable conversion and shifting over metaverse and enabling students to engage in highly interactive and fun live classroom sessions. Hello everyone, this is Prachi Tiwari for SME Futures and today we are interacting with Yuvraj Sharma, the co-founder of Edverse, to understand on how Metaverse will shape the education system and improve academic excellence going forward. Tell us a bit about the company Edverse and how it works and what is the vision.
I think the vision is to completely decentralize and democratize education. What we want to throw open to the world is an entire virtual world wherein you have the access to the best of education, you have the access to the best of the educators. Is to create a knowledge economy wherein four key stakeholders, as we define them, who are the educators, the learners, the creators, and the promoters, all sort of come together to form the new age knowledge economy, as we sort of put it across. How will these four stakeholders operate is absolutely clear. I think we need a lot more people to act as educators. Creators obviously are people who will create a lot of these fascinating 3D assets to create immersive learning environments and assets. Promoters will sort of create the learning spaces of the future, and the learners are going to be the end beneficiaries who will sort of traverse this metaverse. To do that, what will enable all of this is going to be the metaverse classroom, which kind of combines the very latest in terms of technology, 3D, immersiveness, and everything that you need to have inside a classroom of the future to be curated in the present is something that we tend to offer. So the metaverse classroom, coupled with the fact that you're going to be having access to a lot of these virtual learning spaces where all these four stakeholders combine to create a knowledge economy, is something that we tend to take forward to the world.
What is company's revenue model?
So right now we've just kind of launched on. So the way we're looking at it is that we will be selling. We'll have a marketplace for Ed NFTs. So the Ed NFTs will be sold through that. We'll be helping institutions come up with their own virtual twins. So we'll curate that for them. But along with that, with each of these transactions happening, be it any particular course that happens within the metaverse or any kind of NFT transaction that happens, we get a certain amount of share in that. So that will sort of give us enough revenue.
What is government doing to promote this sector?
From whatever we hear in the news, I think it's taking cognizance of the fact that things like VR-based learning or virtual reality-based learning is something that they're definitely advocating on. And I think in the course of time, we will definitely hear some more concrete steps. But I think whatever we hear so far looks very positive and productive for organizations like us to exist.
What is the future of Metaverse?
I just think that I think Metaverse is going to be a much more evolved because what the internet is today. I think everything will shift to a metaverse, from e-commerce to shopping to everything that you do today on the internet, right? And when we talk about, and there are research reports that would indicate that it is touted to be as a $13 trillion economy. I personally see education being a significant contributor to that $13 trillion economy. But I think the maximum that you will sort of associate with is education. You tend to spend 15, 18 years of your life educating yourself, and the education metaverse is going to be I think going to be a good game changer. I think just overall as well. I think metaverse is out there.
Throw some light on a global blockchain technology.
Tech has its own role to play, but I think blockchain today is being used for different purposes, from financial, from the fintech industry to healthcare to, and I can only sort of give you more insights in terms of the edtech domain. That blockchain, I think, will play a significant role today, because we've been talking to major players. So today, if you go to any premium institute and you want to find out if someone XYZ is an alumnus or not, there's absolutely no way that you can do it in the click of a button. I think blockchain legitimizes a lot of these courses. Blockchain has the potential to capture each and every learning interaction that you have right from being a toddler to the time that you pass out of university. So I think blockchain will form, along with things like metaverse and coupled with other technologies, a significant pillar in terms of driving the knowledge economy.
What is the trend in the education in Metaverse?
I think early trends. I think there are a lot of people who are very open to this idea. We've also sort of collaborated with a lot of people. People who want to open up things like their virtual singing academy, to open culinary schools, to setting up these virtual learning spaces. So I think the trends have been encouraging. And yes, for any industry, you do need the early adopters to sort of take the graph forward. And I think same is the case with education. I think we're seeing some good trends.
Who all are adapting education in Metaverse primary school or higher educations?
See, I think the early adopters do come from higher ed, but I think even when you talk about K12, I think we've had encouraging conversations with them as well.
What challenges did you face when you started Edverse?
Um, Not really sure in terms of the word challenges if that is the right word, but I think there were a lot of firsts in terms of how do you build a knowledge economy, how do you create an education metaverse, how do you stitch together a scenario wherein everyone who's involved within the education fraternity can be brought together. How do you stitch together a scenario wherein whether you're an 8-year-old or an 80-year-old, the metaverse makes sense to you. So I think that in itself was something that we took upon ourselves as a challenge and also as something that just got us going. So I think that was exciting and challenging both at the same time.
So, the biggest challenge is internet penetration, but your focus is on decentralizing and democratizing education. Your comments.
I think we're pretty much aware that we've got 5G getting launched in the country. All major carriers have sort of supported the fact that over the course of the next 12 to 14 months, you will have 5G access across the length and breadth of the country. Globally as well, the internet penetration is only going to increase with time, right? So I think the aim that we have, which is to decentralize and democratize education and ensure that the best quality education reaches to the remotest part of anywhere in the world, is something which will only be accelerated by the penetration of the internet. And I think 5G and the launch of 5G sort of plays a very active catalyst role in that entire growth.
According to the global consulting firm McKinsey, the metaverse will become a ubiquitous technology by 2030 that will be worth a whopping $5 trillion, up from its present value, by investment of $120 billion.